Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Loan Officer Breakfast Club. It's a fantastic Thursday, my friend. Short week this week. I'm a little confused. You know what I mean? It's like the short weeks kind of blow me away, but they're kind of nice because they're short. But we're going to get started right about now. Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here. Of course, we're brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals every Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Time for your free coaching pleasure. We do have Kevin Gillespie in the house today, so that's going to be cool, man. If you're into learning about how to get more builder business, more investor business, that's why you're here. So, and that's what Kevin's going to teach us today. Before we get started, and as people are rolling in, as always, we'd like to kind of go around the room and just sort of pick up some wins and see how everybody's doing. You know, yesterday, okay, let me get my days right, Kristen. Today is Thursday. So yesterday, Wednesday.
Correct. We'll give you a minute because on a normal week, you have trouble with this. So.
This is true. This is true. Thank you for that. So, yeah, and you know I do, huh? I struggle with the days once in a while. I'm like, go get them, just as Tuesday, and it's Thursday. People are like, what is with you? So, but yesterday was database day, right? So calling past clients, sphere of influence. You know, Carl and I were even saying like, man, the fastest way to a paycheck right now would be doing that. I believe that. I know that's true. I know that's true. My kid, Joey, he's a mortgage broker. He going through a little slump, and he said, dude, just call your past client database. Like he call it 2 refis, just like bang, bang, just like that. You know, and guys, he's a broker out here in California. You know, like one refi for him's like, $10,000. You know what I mean? Like, there's a quick 20. You know, just like, hey, So I'm just really curious, man. As we kind of get started here, I'd love to, did you make database calls yesterday? Anybody make any database calls yesterday? And I'm hoping we get some people to say yes. And like, there's literally no hands up. Literally no hands up. Oh, there you go. Nicholas raised his hand. Nick, how did it go? And by the way, we can only see the top of your head. There you go. Yeah, looking much better now. Yeah.
I went well. I made. I didn't make a lot of calls, but I got a refinance on the first call.
Okay.
Results not typical. Results not typical.
All right. So let us live the experience. So first call. Tell us about the call. What happened?
I just made a call, and someone was ready to do a VA refinance.
Just made a call and someone was ready to do a VA refinance. Yeah. So do you got it actually going? You got the deal going, or?
I'm waiting to get the docs in, but I got it.
You got the app started basically,
yeah.
though?
Oh yeah.
You took the app right on the phone, didn't you, Nick?
So
yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
So okay, let me get this straight. So you decided, okay, maybe. Hey Nick, would I be accurate in saying maybe you were feeling a little reluctant about making the calls, but you thought, I'm going to make the call? Or were you like motivated to go? What was it? Where were you at?
I was kind of in the middle. I got a bunch of leads in the last couple of weeks. I got about like 15 leads in it. So I was really toying, what do I do first? But I went ahead and sucked it up, made the calls, and there you go.
And there you go. So first call. Oh yeah, I need to refi. Okay, let me take the application. Okay, get me some docs. Really. So
that's a good point. What Nick just said is a really good point, though. He was torn because he has the fulfillment side of things to do, but he had the discipline to say, no, I'm going to do the prospecting stuff first, and look what happened.
Yeah.
It's such a good point.
It is.
I mean, it really is such a good point. Tell me about the leads, though. Hold on. Allowed. Okay. Yeah, there you go. All right, Kevin, I think you have permission to share your screen, or somebody. I got some notification, a technical notification, Jen. I don't know what I was given power and control of things, and I pushed a button, so I don't know who has control of this meeting right now. So you may need to take that over. But anyway, back to the point. And
a submarine
Chris
is doing something.
Yeah, Chris, I got you there to Chris Mateus. Oh God, now a name I can't. But we'll get to here in a second.
On that one.
Yeah, this is a bad morning for Frank right now.
For
not a good morning.
It's Matt, yes, like Matt, and yes, you did good though.
Yeah, yes, thank you. Hold on, Chris. I still want to finish up with Kelly Corrier is just like, laughing her butt off at me right now. Whatever, Missy. Okay, so get back to Nick and Kristen. Yeah, good point, man. I mean, if you just, that you've inspired me. I'm going to make sure first thing I do this morning, Nick, is get on my calls, baby. First thing. So good stuff. Now, okay, so Chris, tell us yours.
Yeah, so I was having some really bad car reluctance the last couple weeks. And yesterday I just said, let's do it. Jumped on the phone, made a bunch of calls. I called 32 people yesterday, and I picked up 4 deals, 2 purchases, 2 refis.
Wow.
Shut the front door.
Don't do that again.
Shut the front freaking door. Okay, so let's dive into it a little bit more, dissect a little bit for those who aren't making their calls or are feeling, still a little reluctant there, Chris. Was these past clients, or was this some realtor call mixed with past client? What was the nature of the calls?
No, it was all just straight my past client database. I was just calling people. Some of the conversations were a little awkward, because I haven't reached out to them in a minute. And one of them, her daughter needed to buy a home. Her and her boyfriend were looking to buy a home, did their application yesterday. One of them is a buddy of mine. He's like, dude, I want to refinance, need some cash out. It was just stuff like that. And I was just doing it really friendly. I wasn't trying to, pitch anything. Just, hey, this is Chris. Want to touch base? Say thank you for being one of my clients. How are things going? Listen to them talk a little bit. Was like, okay, is there anything I can do for you? And it just kind of flowed from there.
So you followed the plan, basically.
All right. Yes, sir. I did.
Picked up 4 deals. So Nick picked up 1 first call. You picked up 4.
You figure out of 32 calls, that's about every 8 calls.
I'm going to tell you, did Carl make it back with us yet or no?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Still bringing the groceries in.
Huh?
He's still bringing the groceries in.
That's right. But yeah, man, I mean, I think it's just the fastest way to a deal right now is to just get on with the past client database for the sphere of influence, man. Congratulations, 100%. Chris. Excellent work, Frank. Man. You bet, man. Thank you for the win. John Insco, one of our favorite guys. What's going on, John?
So I called a past customer that I had sold them a house, and they had a landlord. They were landlords, so they gave me the guy who wanted to buy the other house that she owned, and she wanted to sell it. So I'm going tonight to meet both of them to sign contracts and do the whole thing. So
Nice.
that was a good thing.
That's a good day. It's a good day, right? Make a call, pick up a deal, going to help sign contracts, get a loan application done. Good stuff, man. Is it a good deal?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice deal. Yeah. Good stuff. Thanks, John. Epic. Appreciate it, man. All right, Sharon, let's get to you. Then we'll get on with this show, my friend. Always good to hear from you, by the way, Sharon, as well. So how's it going? And what happened yesterday?
It's going pretty good. So yesterday was busy. I mean, it's the end of the month, so we got closings and I was on the road a lot. But I was getting a lot of calls from agents and got a lot of pre-approvals. Probably got about, 8 or 9 leads, and 4 or 5 of them have already applied. But the one that I wanted to talk about was last week, on last Wednesday, I was calling some of my past database, and I was at the end of the alphabet. And so I left a message for a guy that I told 2 years ago what he needed to do to get ready to buy a house. And I just left a voicemail. And I mean, I was working at a different company and everything. I just kind of left a voicemail, and I got a call from him yesterday and said, hey, we got your voicemail last week. And, we went and talked to Wells Fargo about, trying to buy a house, and, they weren't really giving us a lot of information. So we thought, well, we'll just give you a call. So they're ready to write a contract. I've already been pre-approved, and just leaving a voicemail.
So wonderful. Congratulations. Excellent stuff, Sharon. Thank you.
Frank, you know what I love about that? How many people would have looked at that name and said, oh my gosh, haven't talked to this guy in 2 years, kind of told him what to do. He couldn't approve him at that time. I just skip over that one.
Yep. Totally true. Most people would have just passed that over. Just passed it by.
Yep. Congratulations.
Man, a lot of good lessons already in 9 minutes on Breakfast Club this morning. So we do have another minute or two, and we do have a couple more hands up. So let's keep going. Sean Santoro.
Oh, there we go. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Oh, you can't see me. There we go.
It's getting there. Yep.
Yeah, she's there. So I wanted to say thank you again to everybody on this call and everybody at MMA, because once again, the system works. This month, I've got, as of today, I have 2 closings today. This will make 5 and 6 for the month.
Nice.
So ties my record, which is great. And it's all the same kind of activity. pick up the phone, reach out to your database, reach out to your realtor partners, reach out to the lawyer's office. Lawyer's offices are a little tight for me. I haven't gotten a ton from them, but I've gotten a couple. But stick to the basics, stick to the recipe. It works. That's all I got to say.
6 this month, huh, Sean? You said 6? Nice, dude. Yeah. Excellent. Great work. Congratulations, my friend. Stick to the plan, man. Make the calls. All right, Josh.
Hey, I just wanted to say, don't forget your phone, because sometimes things get lost in company transfers and things like that. I started searching through my phone for realtors, leads, just different people. And all of a sudden I came up with like 75 new people to reach out to today that I haven't talked to in a while.
Nice. Yeah, excellent. And I'll remind you too, Josh, great point. Thank you, man, for bringing that up. And for anybody that's maybe newer to the business, you don't have the quote unquote past client database. If you go into the App Store, it's called Export by Covey, and I think it's Covve. I think there's 2 V's, right? Export by Covey. I think it might cost $5. That's one time. And then you can export your entire phone database to a CSV Excel file, right? And email it to yourself, and you'll have everybody in there. And that's a beautiful starting point for anybody who is maybe newer to the business, doesn't have the quote unquote past client database, but that is your sphere of influence. And I think you'll be just absolutely shocked. It's $3.99, Jim says. I think you'd be just blown away at how many people you actually have in your phone. And of course, once you get the spreadsheet, you can go through and kind of delete, the obvious, obvious ones like Kaiser Hospital and things like that. You can delete those out, but you can have a list of a lot of people that now you can bring into the CRM, Chris. You can bring them into the CRM, and you can start reaching out to those people, and you can dig up some business. And most importantly, make the phone calls like we were talking about, like we just said yesterday. The quickest way to a deal right now is past clients in your sphere of influence. Make those calls, see if they need your help. You're going to get some business. It's going to be a very, very quick route to getting some business in the door. To all the sharing this morning absolutely prove that. Hey, before we bring on Kevin Gillespie, Chris, you have a webinar going on. Speaking of Chris Johnstone and everything, what's cooking for you coming up?
Tomorrow, we're doing a webinar at noon to show how to get the qualified agents and how to reach out and book appointments. But we're also going to be showing the power dialer that you can use to call your past client database. So if you want to make more of those past client calls, basically, we're just going to be digging in to the CRM and showing you how to take an offer, give it to a list of the qualified agents. We're doing it kind of to celebrate the fact that we've got unlimited real estate agent data inside the CRM now. So it's like a walkthrough of that tool and then showing people how to launch a workflow. So it's tomorrow at noon. I'll just pop the link in the chat.
Yeah, drop the link in the chat, Chris. Super appreciate it. So that's tomorrow at noon Eastern.
Yes.
Noon Eastern. Okay, great stuff. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. All right, terrific. Before we bring Kevin on, though, I do want to say this. I just want to get to this because I think we miss it once in a while, and I think that's my fault. I won't blame the girls, right? Because it's my fault. Is that, today is Thursday. So today is what we call our pre-approved and looking. So I want to make sure everybody knows what we're doing today, right, to get the benefit of this program. So I think we'll just go ahead and ask someone. Let's see. Who do we at? Kelly. Corrier! What do we do today?
Hi there. We're calling our pre-approved and looking, our pals.
Yeah, and keep going.
Make sure they're still excited about looking for a home, and after you talk to them, touch the lead to partner.
Excellent.
Sorry,
Excellent.
I have a little extra voice back here.
Oh, wonderful. And don't forget, guys, we're asking for the business, right? So keep the lead motivated. Hey, see, if you need a new letter, need something before the weekend, going to look this weekend. Hey, don't forget, before I let you go, if you got any friends, family, or coworkers looking to buy, sell, or refi, don't forget to send them my way, however you want to say that, right? And then, of course, touch the lead, touch the partner. Wonderful. Call the partner, update them. And, of course, ask them for the business, too. Anybody else you're working with this weekend that I can help you out with. All right. I think I covered all of that fairly well, and we're doing pretty doggone good. So now let's bring up Mr. Kevin Gillespie, my friends. When it comes to getting builder business, when it comes to getting investor business, there's no better teacher on the planet than Kevin Gillespie. Kevin, what's cooking? You got something coming up for us we might want to tap into?
Yeah. Hey, Frank, by the way, I'm really proud of you for blaming the girls. Or not blaming the girl.
I did not blame the girls.
That's right. Okay. Good job, man. So,
Yeah.
hey, guys, what I want to talk to you about is 30% of the market that most of you are missing. You're not even getting a scratch at it. And so what we're doing is we're rolling out a 5-week high impact, no fluff. I run the leadership group, which are company owners, divisionals, branch managers, broker owners within the Freedom Club. And we got a great group. And this is part of that material. And so Frank and Carl and I were talking, they asked me to roll this out to the entire Breakfast Club. And so we're doing a 5-week high impact, no fluff. Literally, you could dominate in the business. And it'll be like drinking from a fire hose. But if you think about it, about 30 to 35% of the business is new home sales and investor sales. And many of us just say, well, they already have a mortgage company, or I don't know that business. And so we're going to show you how to tap into that business. Right now, the builder's inventory is starting to creep up. And what that creates is opportunity for you. These builders can't sit on this inventory. They need to move it to keep their profit margins. And so we show you how to get in there and do it, because like 31% of all homes for sale are new homes in most markets. At the same time, investors are really starting to soak up the market. 26% of the country's most affordable homes they tend to get. The other thing, it's mainly single family business. But guys, if you're not going after this business, and we can talk about it when I'm done with this, but if you're not going after this business, it means you're missing 1 out of every 3 deals, if it's 30 to 35% of the market. So here's what we've done. It's a fast track course, and it will literally go through everything you need to know to be the expert. And
That was me.
Hold on.
Oh, Jen.
Hold
I
on,
know.
Kevin. You
I
got
know. I was
muted by
trying to let
Jen.
somebody in. Sorry,
Yeah,
Kevin.
we muted you. Yeah, don't worry. It happens to me too, Kevin. Just,
Well, you deserve it, but
they
I'm
do it.
sorry.
I deserve it.
You're not cool until Jen mutes you.
That's right. Now you're part of the cool club.
All
Right.
Exactly.
Wrong hand.
It's a 5-week course. Now, I've been in the business over 40 years, run 2 large mortgage companies, probably closed over $20 billion in production in my life, most of it in builder and investor business. At the same time, though, in our group, it's not just my experience. You're going to get from several people who are really winning at this. And so we got people like Leslie and Leanne. They focus on builders of townhomes and condos, get an 80% capture rate. Tom Gallagher, who was struggling last year, is now doing steadily 8 to 10 units a month, mainly investors. Jim Lewis in the Southeast runs a mortgage operation for builders, getting over 82% capture. Ryland Ball out in California picked up became a preferred lender for a builder in Central California that does over 500 units a month. Joe Lieberman in New York, one of his new loan officers, picked up an investor looking to buy 34 homes. This is really cool. Adam Crosley pointed out to one investor that here's the capital gains you're going to pay. The guy had no idea. So the investor selling the property sold it a 9-unit apartment complex, 100% financing. Adam Dublay in Florida easily does 3 to 4 units a month with a national builder that has their own mortgage company, but they're loans that they won't do. And the same thing, Mark Helprin does over 2 million. Donna Wright does 60 builder units. Paul Dolan and Frank, you've been doing a lot. Haven't you been doing a lot of investor business?
Investor, yeah. That's pretty much all I'm doing now.
Yeah. And so, guys, so what we've done is usually each of these courses is $997. We're combining them both for $997. So you get both courses for the price of one, but you can read the list there, how to get in front of the builders, understand their problems, their vernacular, how to find them, who are they sending their business to, who's got low capture rates, how to get in front of the builder, who to get in front of at the builder, how to follow up, what is the keys to handling their business so that you keep it. 16 different strategies that we teach, how to get to the consumer before talking to the builder, how to get agents bring you their clients looking for new builds, loan programs that get you in the door with the builder, how to do low rate commitments like you'll see a Lennar present a 4.99%. You're going, how in the heck they do that? There's a couple of little secrets there that you can do the exact same thing for these mid-sized builders who need to compete with them. How you can easily become a construction lender. And we also at the end will give you example PowerPoints that you can just go ahead and adjust for your presentation. And then on the investor side, same thing. Investors are amazing. These guys don't shop you like crazy. They want people who know what they're doing. We show dozens of strategies. The different types of investors is rated by the IRS. Long-term, short-term, midterm rentals. Paul Dolan's doing really good with the midterm rentals. Tax strategies that'll save the investors tons of money. Property management ideas, helping first-time buyers build wealth by building a real estate portfolio. There's a guy in Denver. Everybody does a presentation to, even first-time buyers. Here's what you need to be thinking about to build your real estate portfolio. Multiple loan programs, how to leverage their holdings and have them buy more properties, 1031 exchanges, depreciation. You'll literally have all the vernacular to talk like an expert and simply understand this stuff so you can separate yourself. And so with that said, if you're interested, it's going to start June 10th, and you can contact Kristen at the Marketing Animals, or there's a QR code, or go to profitdrivenplan.com. But anyways, with that said, I'll see if there's questions.
Hey, Carl White here. Hey, I'm doing something I'm really excited about. I've
clicking too many things here.
You got Carl in the background talking there.
Yeah, he must be with us now.
Kevin,
that wasn't me. I was muted.
Anyways, guys, I rattled off a lot of information. If there's questions, but it's a great program. We've got people, Katie White, who's listening in. She's working on commitments with builders now. Donna Slade, who's in here. Hey, Donna. She's been through the builder part of the program, but it's a good program. Without trying to sell you too hard.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, here's the thing that everybody needs to consider, right? Everybody, fantasizes about, man, I would love to get that builder business, but they just feel like there's this big giant stone wall around it and there's no way to get it. But it's not true. And there's ways to get it, and you teach it. You lay it all out. There's multiple ways that you can go in there and get it. You've got example after example, testimonial after testimonial of people that have taken the class, gone through the course, and have been able to secure builder accounts and investor business. So it's a great thing to do. It's just a very small investment on your part to get this information. It's an incredible, incredible class. So I'd really recommend it. We have a link in the chat as well. It's builderinvestorbundle.com. builderinvestorbundle.com. So if you click there, you can get the bundle, you get both packages, and I would really recommend doing it. Anybody got any questions for Kevin while we've got him here? We've got a few minutes left. Anybody want to raise a hand or anything?
Marty is asking how long's each class. Each class will be at least an hour, probably more like an hour and a half.
Okay.
And so, and again, if you're the type of person who doesn't need permission, you can see this as a no-brainer. If you want a little permission for yourself, guys, it's 100% guaranteed your satisfaction. Take the course. If you don't like it, we'll give you the money back. But I'd love to see you get promoted as one of the leading producers in your area for builder and investor, but within your company, or have Frank and Carl spotlight you here because of the success you'll see. You'll definitely grow your business.
We bring Kevin back every, couple of months, something like that. You do this, every 2 or 3 months, something, Kevin?
Yeah, but this is because of other stuff going on, Frank, as you know, in my life, that this is the only time I'm offering this year.
Okay, so all right, so and we tend to try and bring Kevin back with this because we know how important this is to everybody to be able to tap into this market. How cool is it to have it fully laid out for you, every single strategy aspect that you can make use of to penetrate, Kristen, this business, right? This market, right? And get in. So it's not going to be around for a bit now. So you're going to want to take this one. Builderinvestorbundle.com. The link is in the chat. Mike Collins, go ahead.
Oh, I've been doing Builder for a couple of years now, and it's absolutely magic. I love it. The question I have is, what time is the class offered?
I think I've got to double check this, Mike, but it's like at 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern, because we're trying to do Eastern all the way to the West Coast so everybody can fit it in. It won't be first thing in the morning. It's midday.
I think the first it starts June 10th at 3 p.m. Eastern.
3 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Krista.
Of course.
Exactly what Kevin and I said.
Yeah, exactly. I was just reiterating it.
Just reaffirming.
Yeah. Hey, can guys check the link? Bill said it's not working for him, so just make sure, because sometimes it can be anything. But can somebody?
We did block Bill, though.
We blocked.
Yeah, we do have our standards.
Because we need to have some business left over for other people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's working, they say. All right. So Bill, try again. Bill, try again. You can just reach out to
a different
Kristen.
computer, but sometimes that would help.
Yeah. Or you can just reach out to Kristen, right, Kristen?
Yes, absolutely. I'll put my email in the chat. I'll get
Kristen
it.
at the Marketing Animals. Yeah. All right. Well, cool, man. Groovy stuff. Carl White, you popped in. You got the groceries delivered to the house. We, in the green room, you were in the Tesla.
Well, see what's happening today. So first of all, write small checks to cash big checks.
Mm-hmm.
Best business advice I ever received, again, from my dear friend Perry Belcher. He taught me that, and that's been a game changer. With something that's, hey, attend the whole thing. You don't like it, you get to keep all the information. You get to keep all the handouts and everything, and you get a refund if you're not completely happy. It's the biggest no-brainer ever. Just write small checks, cash big checks. Anyway, so the big news here at the White House is we're having baby pictures today. Yeah, but let me describe how this worked out. They said, hey, I said, hey, do you want me to get the dog, so he won't be in the way, right? This is my kid's dog, my son's dog, and his wife. And no, we want him to be in the pictures. Oh, and if you want to be in a couple of the pictures too, of course you're welcome also. So I was a you're welcome also. And the dog was, oh no, we need the dog.
Yeah, well, of course the dog.
So I just now I know where I stand. So it's all good as long as we know, where our place in the food chain is. I'm just grateful to be in the food chain. So
yeah, awesome, good stuff. Well, that'll be fun today, man. That'll be good.
It'll be fun today.
Yeah.
Can I answer a question for Eden? Asked, is the information, does it include basic information as well if you're just getting started? Yeah, you'll take you from soup to nuts. Absolutely, everything you need.
Yeah, and then Jen, can you throw the slide? Is it okay if we put that slide deck in the chat, Kevin, that you shared?
Fine with me.
Yeah. Can we get that in the chat, Jen, if you got it there? So yes, people are asking about the slide deck. So you get that, because the good stuff on the slide deck, there's the contact information on the last slide anyway. So yeah, we'll get that in there. And again, guys, it's builderinvestorbundle.com, builderinvestorbundle.com. I think that's what it is. So cool, man. Well, thank you, Kevin. Really appreciate you being here. Thanks for doing these classes too, man. These are really, really beneficial. Everybody really gets a lot out of it. So, my screen isn't being shared. That's fine. So anyways, well, I think that's about it for today. We've got a couple minutes left. Any parting words from anyone?
So at 2 o'clock today in the membership.
What, say it again, Jen?
If you're in the membership at 2 o'clock today, Carl is got a class about story selling.
Story selling. That's going to be good.
Never taught it before. This will be the first time ever. So you hate to give away all your secrets, because then it's like, well, we don't need you anymore. So I'm going to risk it. And that's so story selling. All kidding aside, it's there's a formula to it. And a lot of people say, well, and people are very kind, right? And they'll say, hey, Carl, you got great stories. And I go, no. Everybody's got stories. I've just learned to identify them. Right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's got stories. I've just learned to identify them. And I'll show you the formula today. And I promise you're going to leave the class with your own sets of with your own set of stories. And yeah, people make buying decisions with their heart, not their head. At least 90% with their heart, the 10% engineers with their head. We normally don't get theirs anyway because they're looking for the, somebody that $5 less on the credit report fee they're going with, right? So we're not after those. The other 90% buy with their heart, not their head. So you have to be speaking to their heart and not the head, because you make a decision with your heart, and then after we decide to buy, we justify it with the head. And so the story selling is a great class. So looking forward to seeing everybody there. So good stuff. Yeah. And Bill, so my grandfather name is Grand Dude, D-U-D-E, Grand Dude. And
really?
So that's Grand Dude. So
that'll be hilarious if that sticks.
That'll be hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna raise the boy right. So we have to get the language down first, and then we'll go from there. So
will you buy me the bike, Grand Dude? Come on.
That's what dudes do. I've already got my. Hey, let me tell you the best lesson. Let me tell you the best customer service. So you think of taking care of your kids and everything. It's kind of a sort of a customer service, kind of. The best customer service lesson I ever got was down in Jamaica. Maria and I walked into this pretty nice restaurant in Jamaica, and she had just bought a bottle of wine. She saw this bottle of wine she'd been looking everywhere for. Apparently, they only sell it in Jamaica or something like that. Maybe it's infused. I'm not saying. Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, but she bought this bottle of wine, and we go into this restaurant. She goes, "Oh, gosh, boy, I'd love to have a glass of this wine." So the maitre d' sits us down, and she says, "Hey, before you sit us down, I got a quick question." He said, "Okay, what's your question?" She said, "Can we?" And that's all she got out. "Can we?" And he said, "Yes." Wait, I didn't even ask it. You don't need to ask. The answer is yes. Now, what did I just say yes to? What are we doing for you? Is it okay if we drink our wine? Of course it's okay. And boy, that was a great business lesson also, is yes. That's a great thing. So anyway, hey, looking forward to seeing the folks in the Investor and Builder. We'll have a good time with that. There'll be a lot of lessons in there. The beautiful thing about those deals is the repeat deals. You get more and more and more, because those people talk like, I don't know, you write one loan for a police officer, you're writing 10. You write one loan for a Coast Guard, dude or lady, you're writing 10. And it's the same thing with this Investor and Builder stuff. It's just, I hate the one and dones. I love the continuity stuff. And this is how you know how many loans you're writing in 3 months, because it'll be the same amount of loans you wrote this time with that group of people. So it's and you add on to it. It's a consistent thing. So good stuff.
Annuity. Absolutely.
Yeah. I love annuity.
Awesome stuff. Hey, before we go, Chris, tomorrow, what you got? And we'll get out of here.
Oh, so how to get AI to give you a list of the most frequently searched topics every Friday, with all of your content, social, everything pre-written for you, all done in your inbox Friday morning, pre-done for you. Show you exactly how to set it up and how to get the whole thing automated.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Up yours.
Yeah.
I'm trying to snazz them on story selling, and you just come and knock the leather off the ball. So it's like,
if you got the content, but nobody knows the story, nobody's going to listen.
Okay, there's a nice save. I appreciate you weaving it in. Go ahead.
All right. Buy the smokes for tomorrow. Make sure you got your pack of smokes for Chris. You guys have a great day today, and we'll see you here tomorrow on the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Adios, my friends. We'll see you later. Thanks, guys.
Have a great day, everybody.